Welcome to our third video of Mindful Mums Make Christmas Magic, our exclusive video series to make your Christmas more enjoyable and less stressful so you can get to Christmas Day feeling happy and joyful and not completely broke and exhausted. Because, oh boy, I've had many Christmases where I've actually got to Christmas Day feeling completely broke and exhausted, and it's time to make changes for you. So Christmas feels really good, really fun. So I'm Michelle, holistic self-love coach for mums, and this is my friend Anne, who's all the way over
Hello.
in Mauritius. I'm in the UK, and today we're going to be talking about remembering to be kind to yourself and how to say no to things. It's very much a boundaries piece. Boundaries being things that you put in place to help to protect your own energy, to protect your own well-being, um, to protect yourself from things that don't feel good. Because at the end of the day, how you feel really does matter. Um, so you really need to think about yourself during Christmas. As a mum, you get into a mindset that it's about everybody else, and you tend to. And I've fallen into this trap before. You tend to put yourself at the bottom of the pile because everything has to be perfect. What's perfect anyway? Like
Yeah.
perfect for everyone else. And as a result, in the past, I know that I've stressed myself out. My self-care has fallen. And I've literally arrived on Christmas Day. I've slid in on Christmas Day by a thread. Um, so, it's okay if you aren't as busy as society would like you to be during this time. There's always lots of extra social occasions during the festive season as well. And when you've got children, um their social life always seems to be better than your own. So when you're invited to a party, it's like you're busy rushing the kids around, and then it's like, oh well, I've got this party to go to. What do I wear? I feel really tired. Am I even
I
gonna look
don't
all right?
actually go, but I'm going because I said yes.
Exactly. And we don't have to do things if they don't feel right for us.
Yeah.
um so I'd really like to know, and I know Anne would like to know as well, if you can type it in the comments of, if you're watching this in the Facebook group, pop it in the comments. Are you a yes girl, people pleaser? Are you the kind of mum, kind of girl who will say yes to everything regardless of whether you actually want to or not? Because if you are, it can leave you ultimately unhappy and exhausted, as we've talked about. um Now, I used to think that if I didn't have plans, if I didn't have anything firm in my diary, I but then that meant I had to say yes to whatever I'd been invited
Mhm.
to. um like wanting to actually stay at home, spend some time at home,
Yeah.
spending time with my family, just doing my own thing wasn't something that I should be doing. That if I didn't have anything firm in my diary, then that wasn't okay, and I had to say yes. And the result was that I'd overstretched myself and I'd suffer for it. And I did a bit of research, and actually, over half of people have difficulty saying no to things,
Oh, yes.
even if they want to, because it can be really difficult to feel that you're letting somebody down. You get the guilt, sometimes the guilt trip from them. um you you just have to trust your gut feelings. I know you've got an opinion about letting people down and people's expectations and things, so do you want to?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's always, I had to learn that when someone is upset with me for saying no, it's not about me. It's about their stuff, their expectation. They had an expectation that I would say yes. They had already made plans in their mind that this is how it's going to go. And now I said no, and now they're disappointed or upset because their mind told them something that now is not happening. or they now feel like, oh, but now I've got to do it myself, and they might be getting stressed because they've got already a massive to-do list, and we don't know what's in their mind and what they're telling themselves in the moment when they get upset. But we need to distance ourselves from taking that on as a personal statement of, now I'm upset with you because you said no, because this is their emotion and their things, and you're not responsible to make them feel better or make them happy. So yeah, that's like, distance yourself from the reaction. It is their reaction, it's their mind that's telling them something.
And yeah, you've done absolutely nothing wrong if you do say no
Exactly.
as something. And I've changed my mindset that must admit I've become a bit more non-committal over the years, just because I know how busy life is. You never know. Always expect the unexpected when you're a mum too. I mean, this past week, for example, my family's gone down with COVID, and I started a new job, and it's all been a bit like, whoa. So I wasn't expecting that. COVID was not in my plan, but
No.
we've got through, and we've, I, because my mindset, I expect the unexpected. we've we've kind of made our way. Plans have had to change, and so I because of this, I tend to not commit to things, not overcommit. I make sure that I've
Yeah.
got, time in my diary now where my family and I, we can just chill. It's not good for the boys to be rushing around constantly either. I mean, they're rushed left, right, and center. Come on, let's get to school. Okay, get through the school, class to class to class to class, get home. Let's have dinner, get in the shower. You're going to clubs now with beavers or whatever, or, Saturday mornings they do clubs, and, they need that time as well. So I think it's better to say no. And then if you decide on the day that you might fancy, you might
Yeah,
fancy joining in, then that's going to be a bonus for everybody. Um,
exactly.
and I think that's a good way to look at it, because then, if you get to the day and you don't want to do it, you don't feel like you're letting anybody down because you've already said yes.
Exactly.
Um, and you have to think about your self-care always, not just at Christmas time, but especially at Christmas time, because it's socially more busy. um and self-care is the first thing that has dropped for me in the past if I've been stressed,
Yeah.
but this is actually when you need it the most. So think about yourself. What's going to make you feel good? Is it going to be sitting down reading a book, or just whatever makes you feel good? Personally, I've got some a Reiki treatment and a massage booked for December.
Oh,
That's
nice. Mm.
I always make sure I've got them booked in monthly. That is a non-negotiable for me. I don't care about the finances. I find the money somehow because I prioritize it.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
husband made a degree, but it's not about him, or it is about him, but I have to feel good for myself. So
Exactly.
filling my cup. So I'm a better wife and a better mum.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah,
Yeah,
looking
I
after
have a hair appointment coming up, and I'm very excited because I have not been in forever, and I'm getting frustrated with my hair, and I couldn't book her. I wanted to book her this month. She was too busy. So yeah, in December, that's my Christmas gift to myself, kind of. But
brilliant.
yeah, yeah. But I
Brilliant.
wanted to come back to commitment. I think
Yeah.
commitment is a nice word, but I like, you don't want to overcommit. But I want to turn it around and say, like, commit to yourself, commit
Yeah.
what is important to you this Christmas. If you're committed to have a calm, relaxed, mindful Christmas, then you've got to set boundaries around that. And if your calendar gets too full, if there's too many events going on, you have to say no. Or if you're committed to a calm and relaxed family dinner, when your great great uncle brings up politics and you don't want to talk about that, then you've got to put that boundary there,
Yeah.
because that's your commitment to yourself, what you want this Christmas. So yeah, just want to share that as a little
That's
side note.
lovely. Yeah, no, that's great. That's all very valuable stuff. So that brings us to a close of today's video. So again, hope you're enjoying listening to us, and that we're giving you some new, fresh perspectives to think about this Christmas. Which, as I've said, it's not only about Christmas. All these things that we're talking about are very relevant to your life in general. So head over to the Facebook group, and if you're not watching this in the Facebook group, and that's where the magic happens. And we've got some extra things, fun things for you to do in there, and go and connect with other mums and share your stories, share your traditions, share your self-care routines and things that make you feel good. And we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.